Hi, I'm Elaine Harding. Welcome to my blog at stampwithelaine.com. Today's project is this Mother's Day card, which I've made using the Wrapped Bouquet Bundle with the dies. I really wanted to show you how that die worked. So those are the dies I need. This die will fit this image here. There's a little tag die which will fit the For You, and this one obviously fits this bit here. There are some extras like the leaves and the flowers. With one pass through the die cutting machine, you actually have two separate leaves in this pair here, and a trio of flowers here. We're also using this 3 1/4 inch ornate frame to die cut out of Purple Posy cardstock, which I've covered with a self-adhesive sheet on the back. I'll die cut this off camera to save time. Purple Posy card base. This is 8 1/4 by 5 7/8 inches, which is 21 centimeters by 14.85, and folded in half. Very vanilla cardstock for the inside of the card, and gorgeous grape for the layer here. These have both been cut at 5 1/2 by 3 3/4 inches. In metric, that will be 9.5 by 14 centimeters. We also need some very vanilla scrap for stamping the flowers and sentiment. I've also set up my stamp apparatus to stamp this in Granny Apple Green. If I'd stamped that in Tuxedo Black Memento ink, then the leaves would have come out in black, and I didn't want that. The inks I'm using are Grey Granite, Highland Heather, Granny Apple Green, and in the blends are Purple Posy, Highland Heather, and Blackberry Bliss. The Dainty Diamonds 3D embossing folder, a 1 1/2 inch circle punch to punch out the sentiment, the twine from the Snail Mail combo pack, we're just using the white one, some purple tricolour ribbon, and the pastel pearls. First I'm going to ink up the floral bouquet, stamp that in Granny Apple Green. Then I'm going to stamp this bit here, which will be for the wrap, in Grey Granite. And lastly the sentiment in Highland Heather. I've trimmed the cardstock down, and I'm going to stamp this bit again, because with the wrapper you need to stamp both sides of the cardstock, and that's the reason why I'm stamping with a stamp apparatus, because it will keep everything in exactly the same position. And the other reason why is that after I've coloured all that with the stamping blends, I'm going to have to stamp that with Granny Apple Green to return the sharpness of the image back to its original state. When you're colouring with the blends, the lines might blur a bit. Next I'm going to colour the flowers in. I'll use the Blackberry Bliss combo with the tiny little flowers here, the Highland Heather with these bits, and then Purple Posy with these flowers. So I'll speed it up. bring back my Stamparatus and the Granny Apple ink and stamp again. We're ready to die cut, so I've positioned my dies onto the stamped images, and the reason why I've stuck it down with washi tape is because my platforms are quite bowed, so you need platform 1, the thin die adapter, platform 2, the base cutting plate and the top cutting plate in platform 3s. So I'm ready to run this through the machine and I'll be back. And I'm just going to punch out the Happy Mother's Day. I've also die cut the ornate layer frame. So now we need to emboss the gorgeous grape layer. So pop that in the embossing folder. You only need platform 1, the cardstock sandwiched in the embossing folder, and your platform 4. So I'll run that through the machine and I'll be back. Now we want to distress the edges, so you just take the edge of your scissors and run it along the edge here. Soften the edges and just curl up the end, the opposite end. Apply stamp and seal. Next, peel off the adhesive sheet from the back and center it onto your gorgeous grape layer. Now comes the fun bit. Can you see the score lines on here? And here, and a centre fold down there. With the cut off corner at the bottom, you bend this back and this one back so it forms a sort of crooked point. Then you fold that over and fold this one over. And there's your wrapped up newspaper bundle. I'm going to pop a glue dot in the folds to hold it down. Now there's a way to tuck in the flowers. It's just fabulous design because it works beautifully. So you want these 2 flowers at the end to be on top of the newspaper wrap, okay, like so. And then just pop a glue dot on both to keep it down from the back. And then you can place dimensionals over that so that the glue dot doesn't stick to the back of your cardstock. I've removed all the adhesive back layers and I'm going to angle the flower like so. I'll put another glue dot on the Purple Posy one and then marry up the tag holes together and stagger them like so. Pop a dimensional on the back and stick that there. Take the baker's twine and make a little bow. Attach it with a glue dot. Run some tape on the back of the sentiment here. Make sure it's long enough. Secure the ribbon on the back with dimensionals. Remove the backing and pop that in here like so. That's probably a bit too long, so I'm going to snip a bit off. Now for the inside of the card, and I'm just going to stamp this on the bottom in Highland Heather. Glue on the back of this and pop it on the inside of the card, leaving an even border all round. Just one last touch, the pastel pearls, and voila, the card is finished. I hope you've enjoyed today's tutorial. Pop back for more inspiration next time. All the links to the supplies are listed below. You can read more about it on my blog, or if you wish to make a purchase, you can do so at my online store. The links are on my website. Thanks for watching. Bye.